Audi built the R8 V10 Plus to compete with Ferrari. Mid-engine layout, a 5.2-liter V10 screaming to 8,700 revolutions per minute, 610 horsepower, and a price tag north of $200,000. It was designed to make every other car on the road feel irrelevant. Then, a 10-year-old Japanese twin-turbo pulled up alongside it, and the R8 lost. The Nissan GTR R35 and the Audi R8 V10 Plus have no business being in the same conversation. One is an exotic supercar from Germany with Lamborghini DNA running through its engine bay. The other is a sports coupe from Japan that launched under the same basic body style back in 2007 and never stopped being dangerous. The GTR makes 565 horsepower to the R8's 610. It costs $110,000 to the R8's $200,000 plus. It carries a decade of mechanical age on its shoulders. None of that stopped it. The Audi R8 was a serious upgrade over its already impressive predecessor. Stiffer chassis, sharper steering, a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch gearbox, and that glorious naturally aspirated V10. The same basic unit powering the Lamborghini Huracan, sitting directly behind the driver. The V10 Plus variant takes that engine to 610 horsepower and 560 Newton-meters of torque. It pulls all the way to redline with the kind of linear, relentless delivery that turbocharged engines simply cannot fake. The soundtrack at full throttle is genuinely one of the best things fitted to a production car in the last decade. 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, quarter mile in the low 11s. Quattro all-wheel drive keeping all that power planted. Carbon ceramic brakes hauling it back down. The R8 V10 Plus is, without qualification, a proper supercar. Fast, precise, and immensely capable. It also costs twice what the GTR does. That matters before the lights go green. The GTR refresh wasn't a dramatic overhaul. Revised front fascia, retuned Bilstein Damptronic suspension, a recalibrated VR38 DETT twin-turbo V6 producing 565 horsepower and 637 Newton-meters of torque. The interior got an upgrade. The fundamentals stayed exactly the same, because the fundamentals never needed fixing. The GTR's engineering layout is genuinely unusual for a sports car. The 6-speed dual-clutch gearbox sits at the rear axle as a transaxle, creating near-perfect 52 to 48 front-to-rear weight distribution. The Atessa ETS all-wheel drive system processes lateral acceleration data in real time and distributes torque between axles before wheel spin even registers. The launch control system arms itself, reads wheel speed, and fires the car off the line with a consistency that feels mechanical rather than electronic. Because that's essentially what it is. 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, quarter mile in the 11.1 seconds. The GTR hits 60 half a second faster than the R8, on a car that costs $90,000 less. And that's before anyone touches the engine. On a dragstrip, the matchup is settled before the R8 even finds its power band. The VR38 DETT produces maximum torque from 3,200 revolutions per minute and holds it across a wide band. The launch control system is calibrated so precisely that back-to-back runs produce almost identical times. The car does not have a bad launch. It was engineered to not have a bad launch. The R8's V10 is brilliant, but it's a high-revving, naturally aspirated engine that needs to climb into its power band. That 3.2-second 0 to 60 demands a perfect run, perfect conditions, and a driver who can work with the Quattro system's torque delivery. The GTR's rear-biased Atessa system puts power down differently, harder, faster, more immediately violent off the line. On paper, the R8 edges the GTR in the quarter mile by a slim margin once the V10 gets into its stride. But the GTR doesn't need perfect conditions to hit its numbers, and it reaches 60 miles per hour while the Audi is still building momentum. That's the difference between a sports car and a machine engineered specifically to win from a standing start. With the $90,000 saved buying a GTR over the R8, the build options are genuinely absurd. A Stage 1 ECU flash on the VR38 DETT pushes output past 620 horsepower, past the R8, with 0 hardware changes. Upgraded turbos, fuel system, and supporting mods get you to 700, 750 at the wheels. The R8 V10 is one of the greatest naturally aspirated performance cars of its generation. That V10 is irreplaceable. The engineering is exceptional. Nobody should take that away from it. But the GTR was built with a single objective: find cars that cost more, perform better on paper, and carry more prestigious badges, and beat them. Nissan spent decades engineering that outcome, and the recipe became so refined that even a $200,000 mid-engine exotic couldn't shake it. 610 horsepower, Lamborghini-derived V10, supercar pedigree, beaten off the line by a twin-turbo V6 from Yokohama that was already 10 years old. The GTR's era is ending. An electric successor is confirmed. Faster, heavier, and built for a completely different world. Whether anything electric can carry what the VR38 DETT built over 17 years of dominance, that's the question nobody in the GTR community wants to answer yet.